Two Edmond teens were severely injured after a car surfing accident last month. The boys were thrown from the vehicle while trying to ride on the hood of a car in the 2000 block of Running Branch Road. Ashante Laquan Barris remains in critical condition at OU Medical Center. The other teen, Luke Harrison Smith, was released from the hospital. Smith's parents and doctors spoke to the media Wednesday about the teen's recovery and the dangers of car surfing.
Luke was primarily brought here for his traumatic brain injury. He had to have a hemicraniotomy at the OU Medical Center, which is basically removing part of the bone so that pressure could be relieved. They were dealing with a potential of a life-changing event that could have significant lasting impacts from anywhere from mobility to cognitive function and thought processes. We're happy to report that Luke, based on fears of what could have happened, has done as well as I believe anyone could have expected.
It's the telephone call that no parent wants to get. That Friday, March 22nd, around 8 p.m., Shelley took the call from a number we didn't know, saying that they were at the scene of an accident and our son was on the way to the hospital in an ambulance. She called 911 and found out that he was not going to the nearest hospital. He was going to the best trauma center that we have in the state, and that was the type of care that he needed. Everything beyond that was a blur.
What I can tell you is that sitting there that evening waiting for the neurosurgeons to come talk to us and tell us how Luke was doing, we had family and friends around, and I can just remember telling them that evening that, you know, I think Phil and I had a lot of conversations with our kids about alcohol and other drugs, drinking and driving, texting and driving, but this was not something that was on our radar. I mean, I had heard the term car surfing before. When the officer showed up that night and told us that's what had happened, I knew what he was talking about, but past that, I mean, it was in passing. It was not anything I ever had dreamed of having a conversation with my kids about. And so I think, you know, our main goal and why we're here today is to just hopefully bring some awareness to other parents and other young people so that they can have those kinds of conversations at home with their kids and at school, so that they will realize, you know, now I know after going through this experience that if you go to Google and you type in car surfing, 3.3 million videos will pop up. That is unbelievable to me. And a lot of those videos, those people are not hitting the ground, or they're jumping up and dusting themselves off and laughing about it, and that's not the reality for a lot of kids. That's not the reality for our son. You can lose your life, you can sustain serious life-changing injuries. It doesn't just affect Luke, it's all of those kids that were there that evening, their families, our family. And so I just want people to be thinking about this and to be having those conversations with their kids.
The true miracle of this is that we're in a position here only 2.5 weeks later, in a position that we're going to be able to take him home. We know there's a lot of work left, but that's work that we can do, and we're just so grateful for everyone that's been involved.